trig ratios, guys, remember sine and cosine drive everything. Sine and cosine drive everything because they always have the hypotenuse in the bottom. Let's go ahead and practice finding sides and finding angles. So we have this first little example set up. Here's your steps that's going to work for both finding angles and finding sides. Step 1 is to write your template, and I'll show you that. Step 2 is to determine whether it's sine, cosine, or tangent, so determine match. Step 3 is to write something in calculator ready format. And then step 4, you're going to type it in the calculator. And guys, remember, we're going to have to round. And if there are not specific rounding instructions, then our default is to round to the nearest tenth, unless the instructions state something different. All right, here we go. Step 1 says template. Okay, so here's the deal. I need to find this measure. I have to use a trig ratio. So some trig ratio of 42 degrees is going to equal the fraction of the legs. Now remember, I'm given the hypotenuse, so I know it has to go on the bottom. I am looking for this leg, so x is going to go on the top. Step 1 is done. Step 2 is to determine the match. So is x adjacent or opposite of 42 degrees? So 42 degrees is up here, and if we look in the other direction, opposite direction, it is opposite. So opposite over hypotenuse, is that sine, cosine, or tangent? Opposite over hypotenuse. It's sine. Step 2, done. You determined your match. That's why you draw a blank right there. Step 3, calculator ready. All we're going to do is solve for x using our brains. We still haven't used that calculator yet. X is being divided by 25. How do I get x by itself? That's right. So multiply both sides by 25. Those are going to cancel. When you multiply a trig function by a number, the number goes first. So here's your calculator ready format. 25 times sine of 42. I'm going to put a little bubble around that because sometimes, guys, I do just want the calculator ready question and you would stop right there. But not today. And it is exactly what it means. That is calculator ready. You can type that in just like that. So turn on that calculator. By the way, make sure it says degrees at the bottom of your screen right above the arrow sign. Make sure it says degrees. If it does, you're ready to roll. You're going to type 25 and then type the sign button. Just press it once. 2 spots above the 7. Go ahead and type 42. And you do not have to close the parentheses yet. Just go ahead and hit enter. And there it is. That's how long that leg is. But remember, we're measuring and we're rounding. So don't forget to use your approximate symbol, and that is going to be 16.7. That's the leg. Any questions on how to find the leg? All right, not too different from finding the angle. So in order to find the angle, let's draw an upside down. Let's draw an upside down right triangle. This is not drawn to scale. That's okay. We're just doing an example here. We're going to find an angle. I want to find this angle up here. So look, theta's coming back. I do know the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is 32. And I do know the top leg of the triangle. The top leg of the triangle is 17. And we need to find theta. And guys, steps 1, 2, 3, 4, it's still the same. So step 1, draw the template. Okay, it's always a blank. Then it's the angle, but I don't know the angle. Like I wrote 42 right here. I don't know the angle, but I know it's theta. Go ahead and draw your equal sign. Go ahead and draw your fraction bar setup. This time the fraction's going to be complete. Y'all, the hypotenuse is given, so 32 has to be on the bottom. 17 is on the top. Now, is 17 adjacent or opposite? It is adjacent because it's part of the leg that makes the angle. So adjacent over hypotenuse, is that sine, cosine, or tangent? It's cosine. Good. So that's the work that you would set up for that. Now remember, we're trying to find theta, and that's one of those weird problems where you can't divide and you can't multiply by a fraction. So we're going to multiply both sides by the inverse. Cosine of -1, cosine of -1. So cosine of -1 and plain cosine cancel out. So that's going to leave theta over there on the left side. Now, your calculator ready statement. Your trig function always goes first. So theta is going to equal cosine of -1, which is also known as arc cosine, but we'll talk about that later. And this is going to be 17 over 32. Please remember this is calculator ready. It is also exact form. That is the exact angle measure. As soon as we type enter on the calculator, it's going to round it. All right, let me clear this out. I just have to hold this at a way that it's not going to cause a glare. Okay, here we go. Yellow, angle, yellow, second key. Cosine to the negative first, 17 divided by 32. I don't have to close the parentheses, but I do need to hit enter. There it is, 57.9 degrees. Don't forget to use your approximate symbol. Don't forget to use your degree symbol. And that is how you find an angle.